Let's deconstruct this design from Calvary Youth Indie. So the first thing we're going to do is to create a solid color background, and we're going to fill that with this green color. Then we're going to set up some guidelines and start typing in our text. Now our typeface for this is going to be Elgraine regular, and we're going to go ahead and get that right into place against these guidelines. Then we can copy that layer over and type in fast with the question mark. We're going to change this to Elgraine bold, and make sure your kerning is set to -18 for this design. Then we can start working on our ellipses. Now these are going to be an oval shape with that orange color overlay, and we'll get it to the right angle, move it to our top artboard, and start duplicating it 4 times. We can throw all of that in a group, and now we can start working on our shapes. The first one's going to be this star. Now if you just click with the star tool, it'll ask you how many points. We're going to tell it we want 10 points to our star. Then we can copy and paste that back into Photoshop. We'll size that down and then go into our layer styles and add that lavender color overlay. Now back into Illustrator, we're going to work on the second star. This time we're going to use the line tool to make a line with a width of 10. Click on R for our rotate tool. Click on the middle so it'll ask us the angle. We're going to type in 45 degrees and click on copy. Then we can use Command D to duplicate that action, then copy it and paste it back into Photoshop. And once we have that sized down to the proper size, we can right click and color overlay and make sure that the orange matches like the previous design. And once we have that into position, we're going into Illustrator one more time for this final arrow. We're going back to the line tool, and then we're going to make a box, and we're going to use our A direct selection tool to delete one anchor point out of it, and then we're going to throw in this guideline so we can make a couple of extra points on this line and delete the endpoints. We're doing this so that we can do a cool little trick where we select that point and use the convert tool to convert it from a point to a path. And that's going to give us our bend. Then we can copy it and paste it back into Photoshop, where we will resize it and do one more color overlay to make sure that it matches the original design. And that's all for this design. Thanks for joining me for this design deconstruction.